For generations, the traditional biweekly or monthly pay cycle dictated how millions of workers managed their lives. You worked for 2 weeks, waited another week for processing, and finally received your money. But bills, unexpected medical emergencies, car repairs, and daily grocery runs do not align with a rigid calendar. This fundamental mismatch between when work is completed and when earnings are disbursed created a persistent financial gap for hourly and salaried employees alike. When income is locked behind a 2-week waiting period, everyday expenses can quickly trigger severe anxiety and financial distress. Millions of hourly workers face the constant threat of bank overdraft fees, utility disconnect notices, or being forced to turn to predatory lending options like payday loans. A typical payday loan charges exorbitant annual percentage rates, trapping borrowers in a cycle of debt where they borrow against their next paycheck just to repay the previous advance. The underlying fear for many families was not just a lack of total income, but liquidity, the terrifying realization that even though they worked 8 hours today, they could not buy groceries tonight without paying high fees or plunging into debt. From the employer's side, this financial strain translated directly into operational friction. Workers under financial stress experienced higher rates of absenteeism, lower productivity, and reduced focus on the job. Companies faced high turnover rates, costly recruiting cycles, and endless requests for manual payroll advances that created administrative headaches for HR departments. This brings up a crucial question. Why should workers have to wait weeks to access money they have already earned? If work is performed on Monday, why should the monetary value of that work remain inaccessible until the middle of the following month? Payactiv pioneered the concept known as earned wage access, fundamentally altering how payroll operates. Instead of reinventing payroll or forcing businesses to shift to expensive daily disbursements, Payactiv introduced a technology layer that connects directly to an employer's time tracking and payroll systems. As employees complete their shifts, their hours are converted into accessible wages in real time within the mobile app. Rather than taking out a loan, employees simply access a portion of their accrued earnings before the official payday. The platform fronts the capital, and when regular payroll runs, the accessed amount is automatically deducted as a line item on the employee's paycheck, just like standard tax or benefit deductions. This innovation changed employee pay in several structural ways. First, it eliminated the reliance on predatory short-term credit. By giving employees direct access to their earned income, Payactiv allowed workers to handle emergency expenses, pay bills on time, and avoid overdraft penalties. Studies show that access to earned wages saves workers hundreds of dollars per year in late fees and interest payments alone. Second, it expanded beyond simple transfers to build an ecosystem of financial tools. Through the platform, employees can transfer funds directly to their bank accounts, load them onto a debit card, pay bills directly, or even book rides to work. By integrating daily living needs into the payroll interface, worker liquidity became instantaneous and frictionless. Third, it reshaped the employer-employee relationship. Employers offering earned wage access saw significant reductions in turnover and absenteeism, along with improved recruitment speed. Workers felt greater control over their financial health, viewing their job not just as a delayed monthly payout, but as a real-time source of stability. The actionable takeaway from the rise of earned wage access is clear for both companies and individual workers. For businesses, modernizing payroll is no longer just an administrative back-end task. It is a core employee benefit and retention strategy. Implementing on-demand pay options reduces financial friction for the workforce without altering existing cash flow or payroll schedules. For employees, leveraging earned wage access responsibly as a financial buffer helps eliminate high-cost debt, build savings routines, and align income directly with daily financial needs. Payactiv shifted employee pay from a rigid biweekly event into a flexible, real-time financial resource.